Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Angelique, and today let me start off by apologizing for this ugly mug. I'm literally have nothing on my face right now, but that's because I wanted to do something a little bit different. As you can see by the thumbnail, I wanted to be really creative today. I don't know, I was just kind of feeling it. We're going to be dipping back into the Abh Norvina Volume 1 palette. Flipping love this palette, so that's what we're gonna be using. And what I'm gonna start off by doing is blocking out my brows. I know I don't have that much brows, so it shouldn't be too hard, but what I'm gonna use is this Elmer's washable glue stick. I'm gonna use this to kind of, you know, get my brow hairs to stand up, and then I'm gonna take like a clean spoolie and I'm gonna brush those brow hairs up. I'm gonna take my finger, kind of tap around and make sure that it's just like, you know, flat and not got like any crusties. And then I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills setting powder and I'm going to use that over top of it, and then I'm going to layer that like 4 or 5 times. So I'm probably going to speed through this because I feel like this is kind of boring, and then I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. Oh, actually, while I'm doing this, I will go ahead and update you guys a little bit on what's been going on with me regarding to, I know a couple of videos ago I said that I was like really sick and throwing up and I'd started the keto diet, and I thought that that might be the issue, but now I think it's vegetables. I think like green vegetables, like I don't know why, but like lettuce and stuff just hasn't been setting well with me. It's been kind of a nightmare, so I've completely stopped the diet for now, but I'm probably gonna start it back up and try it again without the certain vegetables like lettuce that I think is what is really bothering me. Also, just want to apologize for my last couple of videos being super boring. I really like struggled through them because I was so sick. So that's why I didn't post anything Friday, because I would rather put out good content than like crap content, and I felt like I was putting out some crap content. But thank you to everybody who has hung in there with me. You guys know I adore and love you. I appreciate you so much for it. Okay, so I don't have any color corrector, and if you use red, it kind of takes away the darkness of the brows, and so I'm literally gonna use a lipstick. This is Juju Rouge matte liquid, not liquid. This is Juju Rouge matte lipstick by ColourPop. It's a lippy stick. So I'm just gonna take a little bit on a brush, and I'm just literally going to brush that right over the dark, because that kind of cancels it out. I don't know if I'm picking the right shade of red, but we're just gonna go with it. I'm putting translucent powder back over it. I'm not even sure if you're supposed to do that, but I am. Next, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer, and I'm going to cover my eyes, and I'm going to cover all that, and whatever I don't put shadow on, I can always go back over with foundation. So I feel like I can still see my brows like a little bit, but that's cool because I'll just face tune it out. I'm just being real with you guys. Okay, so in Norvina Volume 1, I'm going to start off with the shade B4. This is the dark purple, and I'm just going to start mapping out the shape that I want. And then I'm going to take a small blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that a little bit. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade B1. This is one of my favorite shades in the whole palette, and so I really wanted to make sure that I incorporated this color. And then again, I'm going to take another blending brush, and I'm going to blend that out as well. Then I'm going to go in with the shade D1 right above that. Now I'm going to do the same thing like underneath. So on a flat definer, I'm going to take B4 and I'm going to press that right up against the lash line. And then I'm going to blend it out. And I'm actually going to go ahead and bring it up here to connect. And then blend that out as well. And then I'm going to go back in with B1 under the eye. And then I'm going to go back in with D1. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of the ABH base to kind of cut the crease a little. Make this a little bit sharper. Okay, so next I'm going to take the shade C1 in the palette, which is the super white color, and I'm going to place that all over the lid area that we've left blank. This white is the most amazing white I've ever used. It's extremely pigmented. No, there is fallout, but I'm like literally picking up so much. Then I'm going to take the Stila Shimmer and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Vivid Amethyst. And then I'm also going to bring this around like liner. You know how you like mess up on something sometimes and then it turns into like you don't even know what? That's kind of what's happening now. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my base makeup and then I'll be right back. Okay, so the next part is a little bit hard to explain, but I took just a little piece of parchment paper and I just kind of sketched out a little fairy. And the reason I did it on parchment paper is because I needed it to be see-through so that I could copy the same exact one. I just flipped the paper over and copied it so it'll be backwards. So then that way they each face an opposite way and then they kind of look alike. And then I don't know if this next part is going to work out how I have envisioned, but what I'm going to try to do is color those in with just some colored liquid lipsticks, and then I'm going to try to stamp it on so that it's like a little bit more easier, because I don't know about you guys, but it's easier for me to like sketch things out with a pencil and it's hard for me to do it on my face. So I feel like if I sketch it out there and then transfer it, it might make the process easier, but we're going to try it and see. Okay, I don't expect for this to be perfect, but I'm gonna try to like, you know, give myself something to work with anyways. So I want it to be like right here. So I'm gonna make sure I press on the thing. I'm gonna try not to move it because I don't want it to smear. It's kind of like a temporary tattoo. Oh crap, it didn't do like the best job. Okay. Let me try to add a little more product. Okay, so I'm going to try this again. Yes! That is what I'm talking about. This came off so much better. I'm just going to like try to touch it up a little. I just wanted it to be like a silhouette, so it's really hard to draw like on this side of your face too. Okay, so now I'm going to take the shade D4 in the Norvina palette and I'm just going to kind of go over it to kind of set it. There you can see there's my little fairy, and now I'm going to take that other piece of parchment paper and I'm going to try to do the same thing on the other side. This one didn't come off very well either, but I can kind of just like gauge it a little. Okay, and then I kind of did the same thing. I drew two little fairies on parchment paper, put liquid lipstick on, and stamped it on. They didn't stamp on that great. I've already went over the orange. I didn't realize that my camera wasn't filming, so now I'm just going to kind of go over the pink one. Now for their wands, I'm going to give them like a different color wand so that you can tell the difference. Honestly, I really don't even know like why I didn't do my brows normally, because like there's like no reason to not do them. I didn't even like go over that area. I do have like one more little fairy that I'm going to draw though. Okay, well that one didn't stick well at all. Okay, now for this part, I'm going to do the highlighter coming from this little wand. I'm going to go over and connect to this wand. And in order to do that, I'm going to start off with the B4 shade. Coming right from that. And I'm going to curve it up. I'm using very little product because I'm going to come back and fix this later. Okay, so with no more product on my brush, I'm just gonna blend that out some. Okay, and then I'm going in with B1 right over top of it. And then I'm gonna go back and blend that out as well. And then I'm gonna go back in with D1 and do the same exact thing. Then I'm going to take my finger and run it over it so it just kind of smooths it out. Then I'm going to go into the Aurora Glow Kit and grab this shade called Luna. And I'm going to put that above it all. I'm also going to pop a little bit of that into my inner corner. Next, I'm going to take like a whole bunch of Midas Cosmetics glitters. I've got Tinkerbell, Savage, Stardust, and then I'll probably grab a couple of more. And I'm using the ABH glitter adhesive. So I'm mixing the glitter with the adhesive on the back of my hand before I apply it so that it doesn't like get everywhere. Right here, I want it to look like the glitter is just falling from their wands. And then we'll just cover up this brow a little bit with this glitter. Like, oh, it just became a pool of glitter. Now I'm just placing like different glitters, like with corresponding colors. Like, I don't know, I'm just kind of getting all crazy. Okay, I feel like I look super weird right now. So I'm just adding some little jewels here to kind of cover this. I feel like this doesn't look the best, so I'm just trying to cover it some. So my camera shut off and I went ahead and put on lashes, mascara, and this eyeliner pencil in my waterline from Urban Decay called Psychedelic Sister. And then I'm going to go in with my favorite lip gloss ever, which is Grape Jelly by ABH. Okay, you guys, that concludes my tutorial on this like really out there fairyland, fairy playland. Oh, that might be like a good title, so I'm gonna try to remember that. But this is a little out there, a little wild. Maybe it's a little too much. Not for me. I love it. Anyways, I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe if you are not already and do enjoy my content. I appreciate you, and I will see you in my next one.